What's going on, world? I go by the name of CA Revolution, and let's go ahead and just jump right into it. We're talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock and, the slap incident. And I'm not going to make it a whole comical thing and crack jokes and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to just jump out the gate. I think he's right for it. With that being said, I hate that it's Chris Rock. I absolutely hate that it was Chris Rock. I wish it was somebody else to go unmentioned, but I hate that it was Chris Rock because, Chris Rock is, we know how he is. Here's why I think Will is right. I think Will is right because in no way, shape, or form is a man going to disrespect a woman, with the illness. Not my wife. It's not just a woman, but my wife. You're not gonna disrespect my wife. If Chris Rock said this about a person who was going through chemo, the joke is not funny. It's completely unacceptable. Let's be honest. Chris Rock will be canceled. I mean, he'd be done today. We'd be talking about why Chris Rock is so disrespectful and blah, blah, blah. If this was about cancer, if this was about some sort of terminal illness or anything of that nature, it would be completely unacceptable because Jada has a disease where it essentially it stops her hair from growing, or it causes her hair to deteriorate, or it's thin so it pulls out easily. It's alopecia. So my sister actually has that same, she had that as well, especially when she was coming up. We can go 1,000 different ways with this. From, there's already a stigma on black women and their hair, whether it's braids or it's locks, or they might go with hair weave, or they might go with extensions, or whatever it is. There's already a stigma on that. So for a woman to have to shave her head, or for a woman to lose her hair, so now she don't even have options. And we know what it looked like on a black woman with short hair, what people say about them. Black women with long hair, what people say about them. Black women with thick hair, what people say about them. Thin hair, braids, again, lots, all these different things, weaves, colors, all of this different stuff. Chris Rock did a whole $1 billion hair industry project. So he understands the essence and the importance of a black woman and her hair. He knows this. So for him to make that joke about Jada, who is, who has been public about how difficult this is, and for him to do it on that platform, what do you expect your husband to do? What did he expect her husband to do? They still got him in West Philadelphia, born and raised. We still thinking about Will Smith as the Fresh Prince. No, we must have forgot this man's resume. This man fights aliens and wins. This man has been the only man in the world and killed his own dog. You're not gonna box Ali. What? You're not gonna fight Ali. Come on now. We're still looking at Will like this playful guy when in reality he's a gentle giant. Will Smith is really about that action. Like the whole West Philadelphia thing, it's not sweet for him. It wasn't sweet for him. So for him to get up and defend his wife in the way that he did, a lot of people think that he was wrong for that. I'm sorry, I can't give it to him. I can't say he's wrong. Could he have handled it better? In retrospect, you could have done something better in your life too. And in retrospect, you could have had a better conversation, been more faithful, being more dedicated, being more committed to something. So you got the same issue Will Smith had today. It's just that yours probably wasn't literally, within a week or something like that. So with that being said, I think that more people have to be sensitive about bigger picture stuff. And I understand that comedy has no limits. That's what people always say. Comedy has no limits. You can say whatever you want in comedy. Listen, you can put anything out of your mouth that you want to as a comedian. I actually agree with that. It's just that you gotta be willing to get the taste slapped out of your mouth if you're willing to say anything. And in this case, it was a literal statement for Chris Rock. Chris Rock's resume is unspeakable. I mean, he's definitely legendary status. So is Will Smith. They work together. But Chris Rock also has a history of talking about Jada Pinkett.
Is she on a TV show? Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
So, this could have been one of the breaking points for Will, who, him and Jada, they had a rough couple of years publicly. And that wasn't even the only person. Chris Rock wasn't even the only person that night that took a shot at Jada.
Will Smith, you're married, but you know what? You're on the list and looks like Jada approved you, so you get on up here. Get on up here.
So, you know, like Will said, the life of a public figure who have to, you know, put on face and show face for everyone and make it seem like everything's okay when it's not. And you get to certain breaking points and you snap. I hate that it had to be Chris Rock. I think that I would have done the same thing if someone talked about my mom or my sister or my wife in that regard. You know, you have to set a stance and you have to create an absolute no, this is not cool. And Will Smith did it. I guess my final wraparound, the point that I would really love to make to you is, what are you doing, or you know, what are you doing to prevent a breaking point like that? You know, can you have a tough conversation with someone so you don't get to a breaking point? Can you sign up for therapy? Can you, you know, have some sort of assessment on your mental health? Can you, you know, put the bottle down, or, you know, put the blunt away, or put, you know, whatever your vice is? Can you pause on that long enough to get mental, emotional, spiritual, intellectual sobriety, so you can be at peace? You can have zen. You can be at peace, shalom, with where you are in life, and you don't have to get to a tipping point. So many times we see celebrities, family members, friends, where the pressure gets so tight that it does create diamonds, but it also bursts pipes and or it creates cold. You know, we see so many different scenarios where people that we look up to, we love, we support, we value, we treasure, they hurt us. They say something that hurt our feelings. They crush us. I'm married. I know I've seen my wife crack under pressure and say things that have hurt me. I know I've cracked under pressure and done things that have hurt her. I'm saying this to say, you know, Will is not the only person that's, you know, having explosions or eruptions like that. That's all of us. So for anyone who's judging him or condemning him, I will hope that you look in the mirror first, because you are essentially Will Smith. You know, you are Jada in some right. You are Chris Rock, you know. So I just really hope that we give this man the grace that he deserves. He's been almost undefeated throughout his entire career. Not a lot of blemishes on his record. A stand-up guy, very influential, very positive in everything that we've seen. So I feel like we deserve to give this man his flowers. Is he right? Subjective is up to you. To me, I'm going to defend my wife. I'm going to defend my family. I'm going to take that stance. I really do hope that people who are dealing with, you know, the same disease that Jada Pinkett Smith has, you know, alopecia, I really hope that they felt defended in that moment as well. You know, I really hope that they were able to kind of like put that win on their shoulders as well. I don't think that vengeance is for everyone. I don't think that people should lash out in that way. Again, even though I'm saying I agree with Will Smith and it's likely something that I would do, I don't think that that should be the stance for everyone. In a way better world, I'm saying let's all be peaceful. I think that that's the best thing. But and then in an even more perfect world, I'm saying let's not get to the edge. You know, I think Will Smith was on edge with a lot of different things.
In this moment, I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be in this world.
And like Denzel said, when you're at your best, that's when the devil tries to attack, or that's when like the enemy comes in and tries to like create some sort of distraction for you. And often when you're at your best, it's because you're handling a lot of weight, you're handling a lot of pressure. So for you who's going through a lot of different things, you got a lot of pressure, you got a lot of weight, you know, you feel like you're carrying a lot, just give yourself a break. Take some of that off of you. Set it down. Talk to someone. Vent, you know, pray, cry, laugh, like do something for yourself to enjoy you. Otherwise, you could very much so be at this tipping point, and it could do the worst. It could be the worst for you, for your family, for your friends. You could say something wrong. You could do something wrong. And in that one moment, you can regret so many things. I'm sure Will Smith is waking up today, not patting himself on the back for defending his wife or for defending the honor of everyone who has alopecia. I'm sure he's not doing that. I'm sure he's beating himself up because he's thinking he could have handled it differently. That's my take on it. I definitely hope you got something from the video. Please do like, share, subscribe, and stay in tune. I also do a motivational speaking series called React. So I definitely want you to check those other videos out. All right, thank you. I'm CA Revolution. Peace.